Hey guys, it's me, Coco, your Concentrics buddy. Congratulations on passing the initial screening. You are now a step closer to landing your dream job at Concentrics. Before you proceed to the next level, make sure you've set up your device properly. Check if your microphone is working, and see if your volume levels are well adjusted. It's best that you position your device at a distance of 5 to 8 inches along your line of sight. If your device is already set, I can now walk you through the process of the SWAR assessment and drop some tips that will surely help in this test. To begin, let me tell you a bit about SWAR. SWAR is a 20-minute language assessment. It assesses you on fluency, active listening, vocabulary, grammar, spoken English understanding, and pronunciation. The higher your score in SWAR, the higher your chances of getting hired in Concentrics. In this assessment, there will be 6 tests that you will be taking. Nervous? Don't worry! I got a bunch of tips to help you pass each test. Let's check out the first one, shall we? Section A. Reading. In this section, you must read each sentence once, not twice, regardless if there's still time left. In here, you are being assessed on the clarity of your voice and pronunciation, so see to it that you read the words as correctly and expressively as possible without sounding too conscious. If you see a period, make sure your tone is a falling intonation.
I called you yesterday.
If you see a comma, pause for a bit before you proceed to the next sentence.
I called you yesterday, but I did not receive an answer.
If there's a question mark, use a rising intonation.
I called you yesterday, but I did not receive an answer. Did you have your phone with you?
Remember, do not speak too fast or too slow. Not too loud, but not too soft either. Avoid unnecessary pauses and fillers in between words. Next up, Section B. Repeating. In this section, you must repeat the sentence that is played to you. Be very attentive, because each sentence will only be played once, not twice, once. Now you are being assessed based on how well you listen, so have a pen and paper with you and take down essential notes, but do not take too much time doing this. While repeating the sentences that you have listened to, give your best to sound as confident as possible. Don't worry if you miss the exact words. Just paraphrase and use your own words. Now let's move on to Section C. Conversations and active listening. This section also tests your active listening skills. You will hear a conversation followed by a set of questions based on the conversation. To ace this part, you must listen carefully and answer accurately. Take down notes if you must, but make sure you don't listen by the word. Instead, pay attention to the story or flow of thoughts. It's advisable that you close your eyes while listening to the conversation. This way, you can put your full focus to the scenarios. Don't be overwhelmed once you hear an unfamiliar word. Just continue listening and answer the questions with confidence. So we've covered speaking, listening, and reading. Now it's time to test your grammar and word bank in this next section. Section D and E, vocabulary and grammar. Both sections have multiple choices that will test your knowledge on vocabulary and grammar. Make sure you answer according to the instructions given. Be careful to check if the question is asking for the synonym or antonym. My main tip here is be sharp to spot for context clues. Finally, the most challenging and fun part, Section F, spontaneous speech. In this section, you will be given a topic and you must speak about it. You will have 30 seconds to think about what to say and another 45 seconds to talk about the topic. Most SWAR applicants fail on fluency, so see to it that your answers express your ideas clearly. My advice here is Once you are given the topic, remain calm so you can organize your thoughts. Use the 30-second prep time to do this. Doing the technique called mind mapping will help you here. Build a map that will guide you through your speech. Start with an introductory statement. Then, follow it with any of the following: a story, comparison, examples, a process, or any associated subtopics. Make sure to end with a concluding statement. If you have trouble thinking of what to say, try to still sound conversational and confident. 45 seconds to talk about a topic isn't a lot of time, so avoid making unnecessary pauses and fillers in between words. Most of all, avoid any dead air. I hope you learned a lot from the tips that I shared on each section of the test. Before we wrap up, here are 3 more general pointers that could help you. Tip number 1. Accent. Speak as naturally as you can. Never fake your accent, as this will put too much pressure in your pronunciation. Tip number 2. Focus. Never lose focus when taking the test. Eliminate all possible sources of distraction and make sure that you listen to the instructions carefully. Tip number 3. Practice and review. Practice your grammar and vocabulary. Try answering tests online and review as needed. Converse in straight English with your family and friends from time to time. Doing all these tips will increase your chances of passing the SWAR assessment. Remember, confidence is key. You can always focus better when you remain calm and confident. Good luck! We are so looking forward to endorsing you to the next step.